Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of For What It's Nerd. Before we start properly tonight, I do just want to pay respects to Matthew Perry, who sadly passed away last night. Best known, of course, for playing Chandler Bing in Friends, um, which I only came into late. I came to Friends, 4 or 5 years ago now? So I was very late on Friends, and even still, it made a very big impact on me, and it was something that mattered a lot to me and mattered a lot in regard to like the relationship I was in at the time, and like just kind of the storylines. Of course, were humor filled, but they felt kind of relatable in a lot of ways sometimes. And so, especially Chandler is someone who tries to be larger than life, sometimes, and tries to be the funny, sarcastic one. I very much got Chandler. Chandler was the character that felt most like me. And so it's very sad, that Matthew Perry has passed away. Even more sad considering the circumstances, which of course I'm not going to go into. I don't feel I'm the best to discuss the situation at hand, but I did just want to pay my respects ahead of the rest of this episode. So, with that said, let's get into the episode proper. Today, I want to discuss everything that's coming out in November. First off, let's discuss the fact that Loki is wrapping up season 2 in 2 weeks' time. I'm very excited to see what's happening with the show. I think apparently these next 2 episodes are going to be the best yet. I haven't enjoyed this season, so that means still good things for me, but I have not enjoyed it as much as season 1. I think the episode that just came out last week was pretty good, and I think if they keep in that trend, okay, fair enough, but I feel the first half of this season was really dull, and it looks great, visually stunning, but the story doesn't match pace, in my opinion. So hopefully that does catch up. The same week, on the 10th as well, Captain Marvel is releasing in theaters, and I'm very excited for this one. A lot of people are sleeping on this movie, of course, for a number of reasons, some of which we won't go into. Of course, there's a lot of hateful backlash as regards Captain Marvel and Brie Larson herself, but we won't be kind of really getting into that today. What I will say, though, is that I'm really hoping for an improvement from Captain Marvel 1. The Marvels, I think, will be a lot stronger of a movie. I think it relies on a lot of characters that, in a way, I really like, because it feels like a mini Avengers movie in a way, right? It feels like these 3 characters who, up to this point, really haven't had much to do with each other are now going to be thrust together, and that those 3 kind of universes are going to collide in interesting ways. So I'm interested to see what happens with that. The post-credit scene of this movie apparently is very interesting for the story going forward as well. I won't discuss that in too much detail because it is, of course, spoiler/leak territory. And whilst we do love a good leak/spoiler, sometimes it's better leaving those to others to break the news whilst I can direct you towards them. So if you're interested in looking that up, do look into it. It does lead to a lot of implications for what might be happening going forward, especially with some other projects still to come out. As well as that, apparently Captain Marvel's the Marvels, should I say? I keep saying Captain Marvel, but it is the Marvels now. Has apparently got the least pre-sale tickets of any MCU movie post-COVID. That feels kind of an inflammatory thing to say, because why we talk about post and pre-COVID is that just to get a headline? It feels very headline grabby to me, but it is something that is apparently true. You can look that up if it's, if you doubt it. I don't know if it's true or not. I pulled it from a headline. I didn't look too much into it, which, to be fair, I should have, but I didn't. So that's kind of on me. But if you want to look into that, feel free. But if that is true, I think it speaks more to prejudices around the movie rather than the movie itself. And hopefully the movie is really good. I haven't booked my tickets yet, I won't lie, but that's primarily because, and I know this sounds very bad, I already predicted this was going to happen. And so I didn't see the point in pre-booking when I didn't know which day I would be going on yet, because I knew that a lot of people would be going, oh, I'm not going to go and see the Marvels. Captain Marvel was bad, etc. I said I wasn't going to get into that diatribe, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave that there. But yeah, Captain Marvel coming out, the Marvels coming out. Very excited for that. And then the week after, we have the Hunger Games prequel movie, which I honestly thought for a long time was a series, and I don't know why I did, but I think personally I would have enjoyed a Hunger Games series, just to kind of build suspense a little bit more. But I'm still excited to see what this movie has to offer. I watched the Hunger Games movies years ago, primarily because of an ex, but I think I did enjoy the universe to a degree to where I'm probably going to watch this movie, and I'll be very glad to share my thoughts on it. So that's coming up. I believe it's like the origin of President Snow, if I remember correctly, which is, well, not just that, but that seems to be part of it. I forget the tagline of the movie as well. It's Hunger Games. Is it something? Something birds and snakes, isn't it, or something like that? I forget. Which really bad. I should have really prepared for this episode a little better. But here we are. We're doing it live. Well, it's recorded for you, but I'm doing it live. But I suppose that's living life. Anyway, beyond those points, we also have the 360th anniversary Doctor Who specials coming out, which I am insanely excited for, because both the Doctor and Donna, sorry, I said that wrong. Both David Tennant and Donna Noble, I've said that wrong again. Both David Tennant and Catherine Tate, there we go, are returning as the Doctor and Donna Noble, which is really exciting for me because I felt that was always my favorite run of Doctor Who during New Who, and I'm really excited to see them pair off again. Catherine Tate as Donna is one of my favorite companions of the lot, and yeah, it'll be a really fun time. So we will be covering all those as they come out. I think what we'll probably do is with these Doctor Who specials, depending, because there's one on, oh gosh, it's not the 17th, is it? I forget the date. There's like 25th, and there's a 25th and the 2nd. So there's two. There's I've forgotten the date. I've really forgotten the date. But they're like the last. There's like 2 weeks in November, and the last one's in December. So whichever ones would that be? Oh my gosh, the 18th, the 25th, and the 2nd. I think are the dates, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, so that's gonna be very exciting. I don't know what we'll do as regards those. Whether we'll I think we'll definitely be doing an episode for the first one. I don't know whether we'll do an episode for the second one or wait for the second one and the third one and do those kind of together, and see like where we're going, where we are at going forward for obviously the next new season of Doctor Who, which of course is now being taken over by Ncuti Gatwa, going forward after those 3 specials, and of course, as well as that, being budgeted by Disney now, which of course is why the show looks like it's had a vast improvement. Not to say that Jodie Whittaker's run didn't have good cinematography, just I think that the Disney budget is going to really push that up a little bit more. So, what else can we look forward to? Here's an important one. I was thinking there was something else I wanted to say. I think next episode, if I remember correctly, will be our 50th episode. Yeah, I could be wrong. It could be this one. I could totally be wrong. I think this is our 50th. Next is going to be our 50th. Obviously, that's very exciting for me. I can't wait to get there. Let me just check this because I want to make sure I'm telling the truth. Is it our 50th? Oh, we're on 49 right now. So this is our 50th episode. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who watches, or thank you to everyone who participates. Thank you to everyone who has made this, I would say, the success it is currently. I really do appreciate every one of you. I appreciate what you do. I appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate your, liking the video, subscribing / following if you're on Spotify, etc. All that stuff, because it really does matter, and you really do matter, and I really do appreciate it. So we're at 50 episodes now. 50 episodes of For What It's Nerd, which, funnily enough, you'd think, oh, well, surely that means you're just coming up on a year. Well, sadly not, because sometimes I do skip a few weeks here and there, especially Christmas times and stuff like that. So we're at 50 episodes, which is crazy, because if you think about it, and this is what I always think about, is that some shows only run for 100 episodes, let's say, like TV shows, right? And so, like, I'm already at 50 episodes of For What It's Nerd. And yes, of course, they're not like as long as like some TV shows, etc., right? But it's crazy when you think about stuff like that. So I just want to, again, thank you guys for your continued support. I hope you guys are having a great week. I do think we'll leave it there, primarily because I hate, there's this big stigma around podcasting of going on too long. And I hate doing that. So I know that the podcast is a generally short thing. Sometimes we do have longer episodes. Sometimes when we have a lot to talk about, we will kind of deep dive. This is more of an update episode, kind of looking forward to the new stuff episode. And then next month we'll be kind of really hitting the ground running again. But I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you guys have had a great week this week. Have a great week next week. And thank you for listening / watching as always. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.